When I first published Exit the Maze, One Addiction, One Cause, One Cure, I showed it to a couple of people, and there was one person in particular that got really upset. He happened to be in the medical field, and he was like, "Cure? You can't cure addiction." I said, "Well, actually you can." And he said, no, you can't. And I said, "Well, maybe you ought to read the book and see what I'm saying before you decide that it can't happen." And I never heard from him again. But here's the thing that I want to get across to you. We all know that if you have an addiction to alcohol or sugar or porn or whatever it might be, that once you have that addiction, once your mind has become so dependent on that, that something has actually happened in your brain or your body. It's true, you cannot go back to that behavior and expect to ever be normal again. That's the blessing. You already know that. You know that you can't go back to it and that it can be normal again. But think about this. What if you never wanted to do it again? What if the desire to do that was like drinking gasoline? What if the desire to do anything that's not good for you was like hitting yourself over the head with a hammer, and that's all you could think about is the pain and the suffering and the consequence? You're not thinking about that little tiny high in order to get, suffering. And once you start to make this connection, once you start to realize, then you're on to yourself. You're gonna feel so good about yourself when you learn how to love yourself, that the thought of doing anything that violates that, you're gonna be like a little child. A child isn't gonna think, or a parent isn't gonna think, here, have a cigarette, it'll make you feel better. Or, have a drink of vodka, or, do some of this, or do some of that, or go out for, lift a 100-pound weight. It's just not, it's just not gonna be the kind of thing that you're gonna do excessively. And if it's not good for you, you're not even gonna wanna do it at all. This is the miracle. This is the miracle, and that's why I say you are cured. Because when the desire to do something that isn't loving is not there anymore, and the desire to do something that is loving is the greatest thought in your mind, you are cured. So don't forget that right there on your screen, all you have to do is click the button, and there's a free meditation. And in that meditation, it's going to help you to open up your heart. When your heart is open, the truth will be able to be faced. And then after you do that, you can take the free questionnaire, the self-evaluation, answer it honestly, which will be much easier to do after that meditation. And this will set you into the path of your recovery.